What's going on with you guys? You know who it is. It's your boy, John Mike. Hey, if you're liking the shirt, the Grind on 100, hey, check it out. Link is in the description. You can grab that. My wife just started an apparel business called Grace for it, and I'm just kind of helping her kind of get this thing off the ground. So check the link in the description. Get your Grind on 100 shirt. All right, so let's talk about it. Today, I got the Launchkey Mini. Now, I did the Novation Launchkey review a few weeks ago, and it was billed as the ultimate or the essential controller for Ableton Live. That's what they billed it as. They say that this is the essential mini production keyboard for Ableton Live. So it promises to have the same functionality and all of that the big Launchkey has, just in a mini form factor. So let's open it up. Let's see. But of course, you get with this, you get Ableton Live Lite. That's just, kind of standard. You're also getting their Novation Base Station, Novation V Station VST, and you're getting addictive keys. You get the choice of one of 4 of their instruments. So that's pretty cool. You also get 4 gigs of Loopmaster sound. So this is a pretty loaded little controller that you can buy and check out. So let's open up the box, see what we got. Okay, so I got it out the box. Looks really, really good. It's basically like it is a mini version of the Launchkey that I reviewed a few weeks ago. They got the green bottom, and they gave you a green cord that's kind of a different color green than the green. Anyway, so they gave you that, and it's pretty cool. It's compact. It doesn't have the faders, but you get the little 8 knobs here and the launch buttons, and then you get all of the clip launchers. Those buttons feel really, really good. Scene launchers right here, going and mousing through your scenes, track buttons going through your tracks, and then your little kind of in control options, octave buttons. Basic controls to do what you need to do. Then you got the keys. Now, I'm not really sure how I feel about these keys. I think I like the keys better on, I've reviewed like the Akai MK2 Mini and a few others, and this keyboard is different from those. This keyboard is different. I'm not sure what I like or dislike about it, but it's pretty cool. But we'll see what it plays like or whatever. So let me plug it up and let's see. Let's plug it up here in Ableton. Got Ableton pulled up. Let's plug it up and see kind of what we get. Okay, so I got it. I'm here inside of Ableton, and I got it pulled up. And all I got to do is go in here to link and Midi in preferences, and then you have a little profile for the Launchkey Mini, and you can click that, and it is, set on and all of that good stuff like that. So now I should be able to jump and launch scenes. As you can see, you kind of get a jump there when I press that little scene button. So that's stop clip, so I can launch any of my scenes or clips, right there with that. So that's pretty cool, and you can kind of mouse through your scenes using the scene button, which is pretty dope. So basically, you can use this scene launcher to launch scenes and launch clips within the scene that you're selected, and you can use this one to stop the clips in those particular sections. So that's kind of the way that works. Track button here you can use to, of course, go through your tracks. So you've got the 8 knobs and stuff here that you can use to control, I guess, your, maybe VSTs that you have loaded up. If you want to like switch MIDI channels, I think that's pretty cool, because they got like a here where you can kind of hold and you can tap any of these sections to switch your MIDI channel for this. So that's pretty useful to be able to switch MIDI channels on the fly, because you got the numbers here 1 through 16, and you can easily switch a MIDI channel just by doing that. So that's useful for that kind of setup. Now, as far as the keys and how they play, let's pull up an instrument and let's see what they play like. So I got it plugged up, got a little synth loaded up here. So I was hoping that maybe it had aftertouch, because it didn't have a pitch bend or anything like that, or a mod wheel, which a lot of them, mini controllers that I've seen, they have pitch bend and mod on there, but It doesn't have any like aftertouch or anything like that. So that's kind of a con if you need and rely on that kind of thing. The mod wheel, the pitch bend, you don't have that. Neither do you have a sustain pedal on here. So, you know, you're kind of losing points here on the Novation. No sustain pedal, no mod wheel. But you got control options. So you can control basic functions and instrument functions and stuff here inside of Ableton. You can do that and control your scenes and launch your scenes and play and work out some things like that. So it's pretty cool for that kind of thing. I'd have to take away some points for not having some sort of modulation options that you can use. Other than that, control wise, it's decent. It doesn't offer the same level of control that the Big Brother offers, but I don't know if it's supposed to, if Novation meant for it to. You can go through scenes and you can launch clips and you can play instruments. And it's small form factor, so it'll fit inside your bag and all of those things like that. Weight-wise, not too heavy, but it's cool. So yeah, maybe I give this maybe about a 5. Don't really care for the key bed, and I need some more control out of this kind of thing or whatever. So who is this for? You know, that's the big question. Is this for you? Is this for producers? Is this for musicians, performers? I'm gonna kind of say that it's for the performance type musician. You know, if you need a quick kind of small controller that you can use to control Ableton on the fly, and then have a bigger controller to kind of use for some of the bigger things, for like that you're going to use your sustain pedal on, that you're going to use your pitch bend and mod wheel and all of that on, then that's good. You can use this as a good auxiliary board to play aux synths and maybe control Ableton. That's probably what I would use it for in that kind of situation. I'd probably set this keyboard on a second tier stand, or depending on how big my keyboard is, maybe set it off to the side there, and then I know that I can control Ableton from here. Just launch a scene or control a volume or play an aux lead or something to that extent. So that's kind of a good case scenario for who this is for. But just using it as a general kind of MIDI controller to kind of, you know, produce, I really think that this would kind of handicap a producer because it doesn't really offer you a lot of control. Like, there's no transport control, there's no play, there's no record, there's no stop, there's no transports there. So you can't really set this off to the side and work on it, you know, and not look at your computer, not have any interaction with the computer and just be working over here. You kind of got to have them you know, working in tandem with this type of controller. You're still gonna have to interact with your mouse and do this kind of thing with that. So if I would throw it for anybody, I'd throw it to the performance musician, that maybe you can utilize this in a live situation or a performance situation, just to launch scenes, launch clips, launch tracks, things of that nature. All right, I hope this video helped you, hope it blessed you, hope it gave you some insight into the world of this controller. You know how we do: hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button. You know, you could probably finish this statement without me saying it if you've been watching for any length of time. All of those buttons, they do things on the video. All right, I'm out. Holla at your boy.